All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our coffee this morning. I'm tuning in a little bit early today, a couple minutes early, just to allow people to start connecting in. Sometimes it's tricky to connect for some reason whenever it's time for either a presentation or connecting to Zoom meeting. It always never fail to go something something never fail to go a little bit uh, wrong. So I am tuning in just a little bit early, giving people an opportunity to connect in. I hope everybody having a good morning. I hear the weather is getting good. Houston is so hot, and but the best thing about Houston is from October to May is the best time to be in Houston. As long as the hurricane doesn't get here. From October to May, it's beautiful to be outside. Uh, we only have one season in Houston, though. I like to have the color. We only have one season in Houston. I love the morning. I don't like getting up, but once I get up, I am ready to go. Once I get up and I have my coffee, I'm ready to go. So, uh, yeah. I'm sitting here in the back of I'm sitting in my office. Back here is my window. Usually, I always have my window closed with the blind, but because of the construction that is happening, I wanna I have the best view of the construction. So every day I look out and I watch what the workers are doing. I pray for their safety, and I pray that we get this church built as soon as possible. Currently, we're still a little bit ahead of time. Thanks God for the very favorable weather. Hopefully, I can't wait till the day to be celebrating Mass in that church. Also, today if you have a comment as we as we are talking and sharing, if you have a comment or you wanna say something, ask a question or something, you can send in. We're able to I'm able to see that, and with enough time I might be able to answer your question or share your comment with everybody. So believe it or not, today is October 1st. So welcome to our second brief morning coffee with Father Dad live. uh, so October, there's a lot of things happening on October 1st. October 1st is the feast of Saint Teresa of Lisieux. I love Saint Teresa of Lisieux. I remember when I was a little child, reading her book, The Story of the Soul, and I couldn't put it down. I love her simple way of being. I love when she said, "My vocation is to love," and she wrote in she wrote that when she goes to heaven, she will continue to do her work on earth by letting God be loved. And she promised that she will send down roses from heaven to let us know that she answered our that her prayers, that our prayer are interceded by her. So I went to the office this morning expecting a rose. Nobody sent me rose, so I went to look for one. So this is a rose. May Saint Teresa of Lisieux intercede for us, for all of you who are praying this morning. Her little way of being. Also, October is the month of our Blessed Mother, the month of the Rosary. So I want to invite everybody to be sure during this month of October to pray the Rosary during this month, especially. Saint Teresa, Saint Faustina, when she grew up in her very poor and humble home, her family, especially the month of May and October, they always pray the rosary together as a family. So want to invite and encourage you all to do that. And I want to, so yesterday we talked about her humble coming. Today, I want to talk about how incredible is Saint Faustina, her trust in the Lord. So, and so when she was when she was young, she began to have like a beautiful prayer experience with the Lord. Sh When she was 7 years old, she felt the call to religious life, but she never really talked about it. Then when she turned 18, she expressed that desire to her parents, and her parents said, discouraged her, wouldn't allow her to do it, mainly because they were so poor. In the old day, when a person entered a convent, the family would have to pay for the dowry, uh, a little bit of money, and also to buy the habit for the daughter to join the convent. They couldn't even afford that. So after the parents discouraged her, she's began to all right. She kind of leave. She began to go to work, and with the money she has, she buy beautiful dress, and she says she kind of live a life of a vanity, but she never felt happy. Something was still empty inside. That's the way God works with us, right? When something comes from God, it fills us with peace and joy. When it's not, there's something missing. We feel that kind of emptiness. That's the movement of the heart that God speaks to us. And so she to one day, it's amazing how God speaks to us. She went to a dance, and she said with her sister, she said everybody was having a good time, but she was still feeling something not right. She feels sad. Then during the dance, this is amazing, uh, that how when the Lord appeared and talked to us. No, during her dance, Jesus appeared to her. That'd be so cool if one day I'm singing karaoke and the Lord appear and talk to me, or while I'm playing golf, or while I'm on my bike. Although I had one time I listened to the voice of the Lord while biking, and so while she was dancing, the Lord appeared to her, and she saw the Lord in his suffering, with wounds and with his suffering and blood dripping, and the Lord said, how long will you keep me waiting? Can you imagine that? And she said, when that happened, she said everybody around her vanishes. It's just her and Jesus. So she went and sat down uh, at the table, and she told her sister, I'm not feeling well. I have a headache. And then she was just struggling. So finally she decided, uh, she she left the party, and she went straight to the church, to the cathedral. She went in there, and she lay prostrate on the ground. And she said, Lord, what do you want to do with me? I want you to imagine this 19 years old girl, at that time she was 19, from a very humble family. She's lying on the ground, on the floor, in front of the Blessed Sacrament. And she asked, Lord, what do you want? And she heard Jesus' voice, go to the go at once to Warsaw. You will enter the convent there. She heard that voice in her heart, and said, okay. She got up, she went home, she did what she had to do. Then, with only one set of clothes on her, and a little bit belonging, she went to the train station in the morning and head for Warsaw. Can you imagine that? That kind of faith. I'm so moved by that. You know, what if that voice? I mean, her experience of God has to be so amazing. So she got on the train and she go to Warsaw. Think of it like a country girl in Texas, getting on the train and go to New York so she can look for a convent. That's what she did. She went to Warsaw without knowing anybody. And when she got off the train, without knowing anybody and without having barely anything on her, to a place she doesn't really know, she got scared. And guess what? She turned to the Blessed Mother. Remember, October, the month of the Rosary, month of our Blessed Mother. And she asked our Blessed Mother, this is in the very beginning of her diary. She asked, Mary, lead me, guide me. Wow, what a faith, right? This young girl going out of the big city, not knowing anybody, not knowing where to go, where to live. Mary, lead me, guide me. And she heard Mother's voice in her heart. Go to the nearby village. You will find lodging there. And so she did. And she found lodging. And the next morning, she went to the very first church that she could find, the Church of St. James. She goes in there. She went to Mass. And after Mass, she goes to the priest. She said, she told the priest everything about her. Like, I'm this girl from coming here from the country, and I'm here because God wanted me to be here looking for a convent. And the priest felt so bad for her, said, you will be all right. God will take care of you. And put her with a lady from the parish. And there she stayed, and she started going around knocking from one convent to another, one convent to another. And they always say, no, 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 no. Wow. And she kept knocking until she finally ran to Our Lady of Mercy. And there she knocked on the door, and the Mother Superior, wow, this is how she into this is how she worked with Faustina. And for me as vocation director, it's unbelievable. She said, go to the chapel and ask the Lord of the house if he wants you here. And so St. Faustina went to the chapel, and she knew that was Jesus. So she said, Lord of this house, do you want me to be in this convent? And Jesus told her, yes, I do. You are in my heart. And she was so happy. She went to Mother Superior. She said, yes, this is what the Lord of the house told me. And then Mother Superior sent her back and said, you go and find money for the habit and come back. So she went, and she worked as a housekeeper for about a year. And then she come back. And finally, she was accepted to the convent. And she said on that day, she walked into paradise. Her heart was overwhelmed with joy. What an incredible journey, filled with challenges, but especially a lot of faith. We learned so much from her about the faith. Sometimes when we felt God calls us to do something, and there might be challenges in the way, and there might be fear for her. There might be fear. There might be questions. But never be afraid, because God is very faithful. And God will always give us the grace, send us the right person, send us the people. And so we just have to carry on with faithfulness, doing what we think God is calling us to do. What a beautiful faith. So I do want to show you something, since we talk about her vocation today. Da 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 da. This is this is an art project, a school project that one of our young one of the a youth from our parish did for her school. For her school project. I'm so proud of her. And she gifted that to me. I'm so thankful. St. Faustina, using a bottle, like the 2-liter soda bottle. And she created, isn't that amazing? Harper, she's so amazing. She went and presented that to me after Mass. She says she did that for her school. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Harper, for that beautiful, meaningful gift. And so, everybody, I pray you have a blessed day today. It's nice to be with you. I hope you enjoy your morning, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your day. I pray that our Blessed Mother, at the beginning of October, will cover you today in her mantle and bless you. And I pray that Saint Teresa of Lisieux send you roses, spiritual roses, spiritual roses, to know that she's praying for you this day. A shout out to everybody that joined us today. We have someone saying hello all the way from Spain, Valencia, Spain, Rita and Jose Villaba. A shout out to everybody that joined this morning and everyone who's listening throughout the day. God bless you and may you have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.